Hi and welcome. Today we're going to be working on our lower back. So with back classes, you have to be a little bit aware. If you have any injuries, take it slow. If anything feels uncomfortable, just slow down and take a step back and see if you can do it in any way that is a little less uncomfortable. If it starts to feel painful and you get a stabbing a little bit in your lower back, then just take a deep breath and come meet us in child's pose and just hang out there for a little bit till you feel a bit better. Okay, we're gonna get started. So, you wanna extend your legs. You're gonna hop into forward fold. So pull your feet back and you're gonna inhale, lift up, roll your shoulders back and down, and come a little bit lower down to your legs. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, come down. One thing you want to do here, since this is a back class, you want to be tucking your tailbone and not overextending. So tucking your tailbone and coming down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale. If you can, go a little bit further. If not, that's totally fine. Go to the point where you feel it, not to the point of pain. So inhale, and exhale, come down. Remembering to pull your feet back as you push your heels forward. Inhale and exhale. Tucking your tailbone, pulling your belly in. Okay. Release. We're going to come to the top of our mat. Bring yourself up. Inhale, raise your arms to the top of the ceiling. Reach up tall and exhale, forward fold. You can bring your hands on your thighs, your shins, or onto the ground. We're going to do that once more. So inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, come down. Same as you were last time. Thighs, shins, or feet. Place your hands on the ground. Left foot back, right foot back, downward dog. In downward dog, you want to be pushing your arms away from you and pushing your legs, your inner thighs towards the sky. You can move your heels up and down, getting a little bit more tension, working your inner thighs and your hamstrings. Bring your knees down to the ground. We're going to come into child's pose. So in this pose, you can either do it one of two ways. You can come forward like so, keeping your knees together, or you can open your knees up wide and then come down. Do whatever's most comfortable for you. If you have lower back injuries, it will probably feel better to keep your knees together. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, just relax. You can bring your forehead onto the ground, extend your arms, or fold them towards your sides. Place your hands back to the mat. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Pedal out your feet, moving your heels up and down. Warrior two, right foot forward. Externally rotate your left foot. And inhale, rise up. We're going to do something a little bit different here. It's called back decompression. So you're going to be following your breath as you inhale, curve your back up, and exhale, tuck your tailbone in. As you exhale, you're going to be pushing your breath away from you. So we're going to try it once. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, push your hands away from you as you pull your pelvis up and curl your tummy in. Again, inhale, exhale, twice more, inhale, exhale, once more, inhale, exhale. Okay, extend your arms. We're gonna get into this position a little bit more. So you wanna bring your right heel over top of your right ankle, tucking your tailbone here. So one thing that you want to be doing is if you're working with your back and you have a back injury or you can feel your back a little bit, so you always want to tuck your tailbone. If you don't know how to do that, a good option is to pull your ribs in, activate your core, or you can activate your glutes. All of those will tuck your tailbone. Inhale, exhale. Inhale once more. Exhale, push your hands away from you. Our next pose. You're going to externally rotate your left foot, coming into this position. What you want to be doing here is making sure that your knees do not go over your feet. If you're doing that, that means that your feet are too close together. So then just walk them out a little bit if that happens. So we're going to come into this pose. Your back will automatically tuck its tailbone, so you don't have to worry about that in this position. But you're going to inhale, lift up, exhale, push the air away from you. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Once more. Inhale, exhale. Oops. Okay, we're done that now. So you're going to internally rotate your left foot, both hands on the inside and outside of your right foot. Tuck your left toes under, right foot meeting your left. Downward dog. Push your hands away from you. Again, you can pedal out your feet here, whatever's most comfortable. Bring your knees down to the ground. And we're going to come into child's pose. If you felt really comfortable in the child's pose that you were doing, you can totally do that. Or if you want to experiment a little, you can try a different variation. Staying conscious of your breath. Trying to relax a little more. You can move a little bit, feeling that in your lower back. Hands down to the ground, downward dog. I'm just going to switch sides. Pedal out your feet. Now what you're going to do is we're going to come into warrior 2 on the left leg. So bring your left leg forward. You're going to externally rotate your right. Inhale, rise up. We're going to come into the position here. We're going to do back decompression again. So making sure that your tailbone's tucked. How we're going to do this is we're going to breathe out, breathe in, roll our back out, and exhale, bring your pelvis forward, pulling your stomach in, and pushing the air away from us with our hands. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Twice more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, extend your arms now. We're going to come into this position a little bit deeper. So bring your right leg over your right foot. Tuck your tailbone in this position. You don't want to be overextending. Again, if you ever feel it in your back, just make sure that you're tucking your tailbone in any pose that you do. Extend your arms. Imagine as if you're pulling your middle fingers away from each other. When you do this, you'll feel stretch going all the way from your palms to your neck. Pushing away, activating your right glute. Now we're going to move into our next pose. So externally rotate your right foot, coming here. So what we're going to try is we're going to do a little bit different now. When we're going to inhale, we're going to bounce up off our feet, and when we exhale, we're going to go down a little bit deeper. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Twice more. Inhale, exhale. Once more. Inhale, exhale. We're going to hold it here for just a second, making sure that your knees are over your heels, and lift up. Internally rotate your right foot. We're going to bring your hands on the inside and outsides of our left leg. Bring your right toes, to the front. Left foot meaning right. Downward dog. We're going to pedal it out here, just breathing. Pushing back with our hands and extending up. Child's pose. Coming down. Again, you can do a different variation, bringing your hands back or extending them forward, whatever's most comfortable for you. Bring your hands down to the mat. You can walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat now. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift up, push your hands towards the ceiling, and exhale, forward fold. You can place your hands on your thighs, your shins, or your feet. If you want to go a little bit deeper in this position, you can push your outer glutes or your outer hips away from you, coming down a little bit further. Inhale, rise up. Extend your arms. Exhale, we're going to forward fold again. See if you can come a little bit deeper. Place your hands on the ground. If you need to, you can bend your legs to do this. Then you're going to come to sitting. So what we're going to do now is we're going to work into just a light bridge. If you feel like you're not going to be able to do this, then no worries. You can just meet in child's pose, work that out for a little bit. But if you want to try this, it's a little bit more of a challenge, just getting the posture correct. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it first because it can be a little bit tricky to make sure that you're not going to be able to hurt your back in this position. So bring your hands down to the ground. You're going to lay down. Now what you're going to do is you're going to walk your feet in so you can touch your feet with your hands. Then you're going to walk it one step out further than that. Now what you want to do with your shoulders is very important. You want to roll your shoulders under you so you can reach your hands just outside your glutes. Now what you're going to do is you're slowly going to lift, but before you lift, you want to push your pelvis up towards the sky to make sure that you're tucking your tailbone. You want to be coming up like so there's no break in your back here. You want to be pushing down. So pushing down, you want to slowly lift up, curling your tailbone, your upper back, and your shoulders coming off the ground. You can roll your shoulders under a little bit further here. Now, staying in this position, what you want to be mindful of is you want to be pushing your glutes, your thighs as well, away from your feet as you're pushing your knees forward. This can be a bit confusing to get at first, but you want to be pushing away as you lift up and push your knees towards the opposite end of your body. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, push up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Come down, rolling your back, your lower back, your thighs, then release. We're going to come into it one more time. The difference that we're going to be doing now is you want to be making sure that you're lifting your stomach up to the sky as you activate your thighs and your glutes. You want to make sure that it's all active so that you're not injuring your back. It's common in this pose to feel it in your lower back and where you can injure yourself, so stay mindful. If you feel it uncomfortable in any way, just come out of it and try it again. If it's still uncomfortable, then just take a break from the pose and do child's pose. So coming into it again, roll your shoulders under. Then activate your thighs and your glutes. You're going to slowly start to lift up, pushing your knees away from you as you pull your feet towards you. Activate your core, pushing away with your knees. Relaxing your neck, making sure that you're activating your thighs and your glutes, pulling them towards each other as you push away. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, push. And exhale, we're slowly going to come down. First your upper back, your middle, your lower back, then release. Perfect. Now we're going to bring it down a little bit. So you're going to bring your knees to your chest. If you can't grab your knees, that's totally fine. If you can, grab the top of your knees or your shins, pull them in towards your chest, and we're just going to rock here for a moment. So in this class, we did a lot of back decompression. It's really good for making sure that you can get that movement of tucking your tailbone. For a lot of people, it can be really hard to figure out how exactly to do that or how to go about doing it. So back decompression is a good way to practice if you forget how to do the movements, and it's a great way to work on your lower back. and strengthening your core. So just rocking here. We're going to extend our legs towards the sky. If this is as far as you get, no worries. If you can go further, then fully extend. Activate your feet. Beautiful. Pull your core in. And we're just going to relax down again and rock a little bit more. Just going from side to side. If this is a little bit uncomfortable doing big motions, you can just do small micro movements. Moving from side to side. Okay, we're going to move into Shavasana, so just extend your legs. If you find this is uncomfortable, Shavasana can be any position that you truly desire, so you can move into any pose that's comfortable. You can go into child's pose or bring your knees to your chest, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Once you're in your comfortable position, slowly close your eyes. And try to relax. Try to take fuller inhales and exhales. Becoming aware of your body. Noticing where you might feel tension and where you feel at ease. Relax your feet, your fingers, your shoulders. We're slowly going to come back to awareness. So you can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Now come out of this pose in the most comfortable way possible. You can roll onto your side, or you can just roll up to a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed. And as you're ready, you're going to slowly come up. Bring your feet to cross. We're going to take 3 deep breaths together. So inhale, exhale out your mouth. Twice more. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Inhale once more. Exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Namaste.